Ladies and gentlemen, it's winter time again, so you know what that means. Not only time for winter games, but tie them into Red Ribbon Reviewers, the organization that brings awareness to AIDS and HIV. And I want to give a shout out to one organization in particular, Gaia, Global AIDS Interfaith Alliance, ending AIDS one child, one nurse, one village at a time. For more information, visit the link in the description below.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same statement I said last year, and really, there's nothing else that can be said. So let's get into today's review.
Embrace the deception, learn how to bend. Your worst inhibitions tend to psych you out in the end.
Polar Bowler is a 2004 bowling game developed and published by Wild Tangent, released in 2004 for the PC. The field may seem like it's thinning for winter games, but at least ones like this have an interesting backstory. You see, the company behind it, Wild Tangent, is best known for distributing their games on a client a la Steam, the Wild Tangent client if you will. You could either download it, or if you bought like a pre-built Dell or HP, it might already come installed. I remember the client very predominantly in the early 2000s, as I had an HP desktop that had it pre-installed. They offered all sorts of games, but arguably their most popular game they did was Polar Bowler. Starting the game, the main menu gives you several options. Play game to, well, play the game, high score to view high scores, option to customize game settings, and quit to, well, quit. After selecting play game, you'll choose your character. There's 6 characters to choose from, although only one is available from the start, the bear. You can also unlock the walrus, penguin, snowman, Eskimo, and even Santa himself. Though unlocking the other characters isn't really too hard, you just have to hit a certain amount of points to do so. After selecting your character and entering your name, you can choose your lane. There's 7 lanes, and much like the characters, they need to be unlocked through the same methods of unlocking the characters. You can also choose straight bowl to play a regular old game of bowling, or polar bowl, or power bowl. And I'll talk about that shortly. After clicking play, you're dropped into the field you selected, and play begins. Use the mouse to move the character where you want it to be, then click the left mouse button to ready the shot, pull back as much as you need to, and then release the button to watch the character move. It's easy to control, and that's a plus. Also, if you have Power Bowl on at certain points, certain power-ups may drop before you launch your character. These power-ups include coin multipliers to multiply however many pins you hit by a random number. Zap, which will zap all the pins if even one is hit. Warp, which will guarantee a strike/spare. And Bomb, which will make your ball go kaboom when it hits the pins. Sometimes 2 may appear at once, and you'll do it to get power bonus, which is added to your regular score at the end of the game. This is very helpful because without it, well, it'll take longer to unlock certain characters and lanes. Hell, to unlock the North Pole in the game, you have to get 300, and good luck trying to do that with straight regular bowl on. Despite this, the game is still pretty fun. The graphics have a cartoonish look to them that just fits in well with the theme. Although they haven't aged well in terms of models, and because it's older, you can only run it at certain resolutions. Higher resolutions would make it look so much better and smoother and cleaner. The controls at least are very easy to use, and they work well. The game also itself isn't too overly difficult, only being hard towards the end and when trying to get the last few characters. I also really like the design of the levels. They have that Christmas feel to them, and it just makes you want to bundle up under a warm blanket with a cup of hot chocolate and your significant other to bask in its glory. There's really not much else to say, I apologize for that, but the game itself is very simple enough indeed as is. I mean, anyone can play this. Hell, even as a kid, I was easily able to pick up on this game. So I'll go ahead and just wrap this review up. Polar Bowler is a short, simple pick-up-and-play type of game with a nice Christmas theme to it. It's not too overly difficult to get into. It controls well, looks fine for the most part, and I think it will warm any Christmas lover's heart. It's not too hard to find. There are physical copies of it, and those are cheap to get as well, along with buying it digitally. If you're interested, give it a go. I think you'll like it. I give Polar Bowler a 4 out of 5. Merry Christmas! Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, click the big red button below to subscribe. Check out the other links in the description for more cool stuff, and check out the playlist on screen for more content. See you in the next video!